try to remind everybody, is a public hearing. Why are they so terrified that they roll in? I mean, you only see that in Mustafa's case, by the way. Out of all the cases, Sheriff Glen Hill will roll in a giant machine to make sure that they'll inspect you from head to toe to make sure that you're not recording these proceedings. But I'll tell you one thing. There are deputy sheriffs that are watching and are not okay with this level of police misconduct. We have the audio. We've been supplied with the audio. We're going to leak this audio where Judge Carol Weimer hears Chad Mason tell him, I violated department policy. I did not follow chain of custody in the most important piece of evidence. The most crucial piece of evidence is a dash camera. He plugged it into his laptop. And today we have a dash camera that has no audio. It's cut before impact. And it has 17 frames missing from the camera facing inside the vehicle. And this judge, he lets him get away with it because Sheriff Glen Hill is rolling down this machine, making sure that no one is recording this proceeding. Commonwealth Amy Ashworth has sealed off the case, so no one's going to find out what this investigator has done in the Mustafa Aljazari case. But we have the audio. We're going to leak this audio, and this community is going to hear Chad Mason admit to tampering with this dash camera.
Years.
Now, Judge Carol Weimer, on his watch, is also watching the police department weaponize and tamper with the kids, weaponize those kids against Mustafa. Dorothy, Mustafa's girlfriend, has a 9-year-old, has a 10-year-old, and has a 14-year-old. And what we're finding out in the Mustafa Aljazari case, that these children have been weaponized by investigator Romero. I mean, this is a giant claim. When I tell you that children have been weaponized against Mustafa, you ask me, what is your evidence? I mean, this case is sealed, and there is no way you can verify what is going on in this case. But now it's unsealed. It's leaked on the internet. You have forensic interviews where the children in the forensic interview are telling you that police lied to us. What am I talking about? I'm going to play a portion from the forensic interview where Javen, Dorothy's 14-year-old child, is talking about the investigator told him, the investigator Romero told him that Mustafa ran away, left your 5-year-old baby sister to bleed to death, and that they could have saved her if it wasn't for Mustafa running away. 14-year-old Javen, in a forensic interview, says that. Now, we have evidence that Mustafa was in and out of consciousness. At one point, Mustafa went into a coma. Mustafa was helicoptered to the hospital. So why is Javen told that Mustafa ran away, left his 5-year-old baby sister, and to bleed to death? They could have saved her. They're weaponizing the children. I mean, this is a giant claim. But we have the file. We're leaking it on the internet. And we're getting to the bottom of what they're doing in the Mustafa Aljazari case. I mean, when you look at this is the definition of child abuse. When you talk to the chief of police, at one point, he tells Mustafa's brother, Muhammad, that he is so comfortable charging Mustafa with premeditated murder. Oh, interesting. How does that make any sense? The dash camera show it's a vehicle accident. The dash camera showed that the prosecutor lied about the argument inside the vehicle. There is no argument inside the vehicle. The computer inside the vehicle showed that Mustafa's foot is on the brake the whole entire time. There's a Google Nest video that shows Mustafa loves his family. This is a vehicle accident. But you've got the chief of police telling Mustafa brother that he is comfortable with charging Mustafa with murder. And then you find out the reason this chief of police is so comfortable is because the Commonwealth attorney sealed off the file. But when you open the file, now it's leaked on the internet, you find out that investigator Romero weaponized the children against Mustafa. I have the forensic interview where the child himself is talking about investigator Romero told him that Mustafa ran away, left your 5-year-old baby sister to bleed to death. Mustafa was in a coma. Mustafa was helicoptered to the hospital. Now, let's look at the chief of police talk to Muhammad, and we're going to get to the bottom of what is going on in the Mustafa Aljazari case.
To me, you know,
this is Muhammad having a conversation with the chief of police, and he's telling him, let's see if you go over to exhibits. There we go. Chief of police tells Muhammad he's very comfortable There we go.
Somebody charged with murder while their vehicle is tampered like this, and then the officer lies.
So Muhammad is telling chief of police, this is chief of police Peter Newsham. Muhammad is telling him that your police department cut and staged the vehicle. We have evidence that the vehicle has been staged. They take the vehicle, they chop it up, they stage it to make it look like a head-on collision. We have pictures after the accident, and we have pictures inside the police department. We have evidence that this investigator falsified Mustafa's statements. Literally, this investigator, Robert Drum, falsified Mustafa's statements. This investigator said, "You told me you were arguing inside the vehicle." There's an audio of the conversation. Mustafa never said that, but he put that in the police report. He falsified Mustafa's statements.
Very comfortable with your brother being charged under the circumstances and the evidence that we have. Very comfortable.
I'm sure you are. That's why you have a case. Like I said,
Chief of Police Peter Newsham says, "I'm very comfortable charging your brother with the evidence that we have." Well, we're going to dive into Mustafa Aljazari case, and we're going to see what is Chief of Police Peter Newsham talking about. Because when we open the file, we see that they've weaponized the children against Mustafa. And here you have a chief of police that's so comfortable, the file is sealed. You can't get to the bottom of it. I can't get to the bottom of it. You don't have access to the file. The Commonwealth attorney, Amy Ashworth, sealed it off. But now that we have it, now that we've leaked it on the internet, we can get to the bottom of what they've done. And why is this chief of police so comfortable? Oh, that's right. You're comfortable because you weaponized the children against Mustafa. Your investigator Romero, is telling kids that Mustafa ran away, left your 5-year-old baby sister to bleed to death. They could have saved her. Well, Mustafa's in a coma. Mustafa's being helicoptered to the hospital. Are you comfortable now, Chief of Police Peter Newsham, that the file is leaked? How comfortable are you now? I mean, we watch you on video and you're very comfortable. Are you comfortable now? Can you sleep at night, Chief of Police Peter Newsham, knowing that the community is watching that your police department falsified this whole entire case? That your police officers weaponized children, a 9, a 10, a 14.
You can disagree with me, and like I said, you can dislike me, but that doesn't mean
I don't dislike you.